Hello and grüezi miteinander. It is a gorgeous July day. I'm actually filming this on the day of the World Cup final, and I am in, well, it's not New Jersey, is it? This is the tiny Swiss mountain village of Staldenried. And I'm here to visit the highest football ground in Europe. And hopefully when we get there, watch some record high altitude football. The only problem is, what with it being Europe's highest football ground, it's not actually in this village. It's in that one. So this is Geschborn, and I've had to put a jumper on because at nearly 2,000 meters up, it is not warm here. Anyway, I think I heard some promising noises coming from that direction, so I'm going to investigate. Okay, do not believe what the mainstream media tries to tell you, at least on this occasion. We're now at precisely 1,923 metres above sea level, according to the trusty topographicmap.com, and what we're looking at is the Ottmar Hitzfeld Arena, home of local football team FC Geschborn, and officially the highest football ground in Europe. Technically, there is a training pitch in Spain which is higher than this, so it's not quite the highest football pitch, but it is the highest home ground, as in they play home matches here. It's not just a training pitch. Initial reactions. Not only is this the highest football ground in Europe, it might be the nicest smelling football ground in Europe as well. Just surrounded by Swiss meadows. It's really nice. Now, I should explain. FC Geschborn are an amateur village team who play in a local 8-a-side football league, largely because they didn't have enough space here for a full-size 11-a-side pitch. So this is football at a very high level, but not very high-level football, if that makes sense. However, I should probably also explain, this is not actually FC Geschborn that we're watching. Like I said, I'm filming this on the day of the World Cup final, but more importantly, it is the weekend of the 2026 Geschborn Dorfturnier, the annual village football tournament. These village football tournaments are something of a summer tradition in Switzerland. You basically invite a load of amateur teams from all the surrounding villages and then have a big old party with some football going on. This year's competition features a total of 37 teams, including the likes of FC Schnuderbotcher, the Pinky Vinkies, and Pierussia Dorstmund, all of whom will be desperate to prove once and for all that there are no easy games at this level. Yesterday, Saturday, they had all the group stage matches, and today it's the knockouts and the final. I think this is one of the quarter-finals being decided on penalties right now. And there we go. That is a huge win for I'll be honest, everyone, I didn't quite catch what your man said on the megaphone there. So let me just go down and check the official tournament schedule to see who's playing in the quarterfinals. Okay, well, very well played to the red team anyway. They're through to the semis, by which point hopefully I'll find out who they are. Of course, with this being a Swiss village football tournament, everything is very well organised and tightly scheduled. So as soon as one match is over, the next one begins. The games come thick and fast at this level. Unlike the oxygen. Anyway, this match seems to be going very much the way of the green team, but what I haven't told you yet is there's actually two separate tournaments running alongside each other today. One main tournament for the senior teams, and a second tournament which appears to be for youth teams, plus adults wearing fancy dress. So what I can tell you is that this is the semi-final of the Kids and Fancy Dress tournament between a team of kids called the Pinky Vinkies and a team of fairy godmothers. And as you'd expect, the The fairy godmothers are absolutely flying here. Some lovely touches out on the wings and a magical finish, and they are through to the final. Possible questions whether the fairy god striker was offside there, and it's not often I get to use that sentence, but credit to her, she's realised there is no offside rule in this tournament, and she's cleaned up at the far post. I mean, she's put that away very tidily. And next, it's back to the main competition and a very tense semi-final penalty shootout between the blue team and the green team. Sorry, I will try and find out what the teams are called when we get to the final. But for now, it is the green team who go through. Meanwhile, the second semi-final is another tight affair, and it's mostly memorable for this attempted shot that almost ends up murdering an innocent spectator. Nearly had an underdog story there. Anyway, this one also goes to a penalty shootout, and that's won by the team in black. And I did find out their name. They are the Raclette Rangers. But before we see them in the main final, it is time for the match I think we've all been waiting for, since about 30 seconds ago. The kids and fancy dress final between the fairy godmothers and the youth of FC Feuertiger. And it is almost a sensational start by the godmothers as this audacious dink cannons back off the crossbar in the opening seconds. But after that, FC Feuertiger start to show us why they're called the Fire Tigers, as they roar into a 3-0 lead. And while the godmothers create plenty of chances to claw it back, they just can't seem to bring the ball under their spell. To be fair, it is quite windy up here. So it finishes in a deserved victory for the youngsters. And now it's over to the main final, and with the Raclette Rangers involved, we could have all the ingredients of a classic.
We have a stoppage because they lost the ball. Someone kicked it over the fence. Apparently that happens quite a lot here.
Well, there you go. You cannot afford to just kick it into row Z at this level. It's probably halfway to Geneva by now. I don't know if you can tell, but by this stage, the wind has picked up so much that it's really affecting the quality of the football, is the excuse I'd be using if that was me wanging the ball straight into touch. Although, to be fair to the Raclette Rangers lads, when they get the ball on the ground, they're playing some nice stuff here. Finding so many tiny gaps, it's like the opposition are made out of Swiss... Oh, wait! So, at the risk of seriously overcooking the cheesy metaphors, it is the Raclette boys who eventually turn up the heat, the opposition melt under the pressure, and it finishes in a 2-0 victory. So congratulations to the 2026 champions, the Raclette Rangers. Congratulations also to FC Feuertiger, and frankly, congratulations to everyone involved in organising this event. Bringing the whole community together, it is a great example of what grassroots football is all about. And if you'd like to visit Geschborn and the Ottmar Hitzfeld Arena, the village is accessible by cable car, starting at Staldensaas railway station, or by hiking trail. There is no road connection up here, cars can only get as far as Staldenried. A one-way ticket on the cable car cost me roughly 20 Swiss francs, but if you're able to make the hike in at least one direction, I'm going to leave you with a couple of reasons why you absolutely should. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.